So, unless I'm very much mistaken, I think this is the 10th installment of the Sunless Sea Let's Play, which is quite exciting. I've been doing this for 10 weeks now, and I feel like I've not made any progress in other areas. Oh well. So, for once we actually have a clear plan of what we're doing today, we are going to do the Bandage Poissonniers quest stream, so we can go and get him to live with the Fathom King. And for once, I've managed to remember the Fathom King's name between sessions. Other news, I've now got wrist support for my mouse and keyboard because I was developing either tendinitis or carpal tunnel in my wrists. So that's made a big help. And other than that, haven't got really anything to say. It's been a week. Not the best week mental health wise, but easy come, easy go. So let's get started. I sometimes have this kind of paranoia that I've set up a stream wrong, and I'm just like, what am I doing? Okay, so I'm on the internet. Okay, we need to speak to them. So, we've got some strained catches. We've got plenty of strained catches, and we need some mutter salt. So, mutter salt we can get... I didn't press 1 this time either. It's going well so far. Up in Wither. So, basically what's going to happen is I'm going to start making my way back. Might sail south from this area. And into here. So let's head on and do that. Hello to Vive Furiosa, who, if you haven't heard already, you should probably go and check out the Destiny streams. Is that better? Okay. So, Gardenia's Rock. A carmine tint to the waves. We're approaching Adam's Way, where flows the mountain's blood. That's blood in the literal sense, by the way. There's a living mountain, and she is bleeding. So she is actually a focus of the ambition for the Submariner. The Mountain of Blood is actually the focus of the Submariner. Ooh! A liqueured casket. It's the size of a small dog or a large Bible. It's locked, but the lock won't resist a persistently applied knife blade, like this. A silver dagger, a leaf-bladed dagger, or long-handled mirror. Either way, it's deadly and beautiful, edged with a rainbow of sharp and slender diamonds. Your reflection swims in it dimly. This two-natured thing must have come from the main nature city, farthest Urim. So yeah, this is Adam's Way. So this is the southern continent built around the Mountain of Light. Adam's Way, on a bed of monumental ruins, warehouses, and way stations of shroomed timber. Uh, on a bed of monumental ruins, warehouses, and way stations of shroomed timber rise. Near Adam's Way, all ships that approach Adam's Way are intercepted by the Gracious, the Presbyteriats, splendidly dressed coast guards. A quaint but inviolable tradition governs entry. You must tell them one of 3 stories. In return, you'll be permitted to spend a single day in report. Tale of a city recently fallen. That will recent news. An unfinished tale. The Gracious lean forwards avidly. So that's unread log. You can get those from some ships, I think. And a tale of hell. The Presbyterian had never explained its interest in devils. They are keen to hear what you learned from Mount Palmerston. Why are foreigners only allowed to spend a single day in Adam's Way? For your own protection, one of them explains kindly. The soil of the elder continent is dangerous to income, as they claim. Those who linger can contract unfortunate conditions, hysteria, rapture, amescence. And rumours that Presbyterian law offers no protection to foreigners after dark? Arrant nonsense. Okay, let's give them some recent news. Is their interest strategic, or do they just enjoy hearing about London's miseries? Regardless, they permit you to dock. The day had just begun. In the town square, a yellow-robed priestess plants a seed in a bed of black soil. No sooner has she patted down with soil than a tiny shoot pokes forth. By mid-morning it will be a sapling, by lunchtime a budding tree. By the evening ends it will wither and fall. You must be back on your ship by then. The tree of a single day is a hopeful sapling, green and budding. For Presbyterian adventurous, a tall woman in a salt-caked Royal Navy uniform is methodologically shooting giant land snails off a chunk of fallen statue. I don't know what's up with my pronunciation's ability. You approach. She lines up another shot. Engage an officer of a Presbyterian adventurous. Afternoon, Captain. Looking for a gunnery officer? I'd like to help you blow up monsters if you had me. Oh, hello, Captain. Is this one of yours? I had to knock her around a bit. She didn't like taking orders from foreigners. Still, we're good friends now. The adventurer claps the black-eyed sailor on the back. Oddly enough, they do seem to be friends now. Visit an expedition of Presbyterian curiosities. For the insignificant price of a single echo, the sober showman will lay the wonders of the elder continent directly at your feet. You head towards the bright tents. The signs advertising his entertainments bristle with exclamation marks. In person, he is more circumspect. So we got grotesquerie, we have a monstrous aboriginal from the elder continent, a disciple of the Thief of Faces, cabinet of curiosities, case captured your eye, it is labelled the Covenant. Let's go here. Here is a plasticast of one of the tablets that stand at the mountain's foot. A helpful flag furnishes your translation. The Prester saith, when I die, yet I shall not die. The hour of my death shall be chosen. Yet no man shall choose it. I am eternal, and yet my reign is circumcised by law and fate. I will feast at my funeral, and my child will be my cupbearer. So let's grant some shore leave. Some see the sights, some experiment with hot honeyed wine of the outer continent. Still others pay furtive visit to a shadow tent whose signs promises the perfumed panfine dances of the exotic south, performed to authentic and rousing music twice hourly. Catch a nut that falls from a tree of a single day. Picking them from a branch is forbidden, but fallen ones are useless. You'll need to intercept it between burrow and ground. Fruitless. If the branch is too far, the nut too small, and your hand too slow. When it strikes a paved square, the nut bursts into brief, pointless life. Thread-like shoots squirm out, groping for water. Desperate roots claw at cracking the stone. It's no good. Its strength spent, the shoot browns, stiffens, and expires. I get a lamentable relic. Attend a funeral feast. A public square, a gathering of the bereaved, uncannily cheerful. A table, shining with cutlery, white china plates, tall glasses. You move in for a closer look. The replete occupy lofty positions in the Presbyterian military. Despite their Sandrine past, they dine with Presta and send their children to be educated in London University. However, they maintain their tradition of eating their dead. The feasts are held in public. Here in a broad square stretches a splendid table. The departed was only a distant relative, some great aunt or second cousin, and the atmosphere is jolly. Servants carried the deceased over in steaming joints, cooked to perfect pinkness. A stately mourner stands, already wobbling from wine. Shall I carve? I can steal scraps from the table. I can merely observe. The locals hurried by, unwilling to watch. It's the foreigners who linger and gawk. Feasting. A plummy anthropologist cranes her neck for a better view. It isn't normal here, you know, she tells you, noticing your interest. The other nations of the Presbyteriat think they're crackers. Still, I bet the Presta finds them useful. The threat of imminent cannibalism must facilitate no end of diplomatic negotiations. A salt cellar passed along the table, napkins dab at mouth corners. The anthropologist is warming to her subject. I hear the practice began with one of their forebearers who sailed into the far north. I may have to take a trip that way, see what it's like myself. Now I must return to my ship, because the day is over. Perhaps not. Okay. So, I'm not going to go too far. I'm just going to heal some of my ship's hull as well. So you can repair, but it does cost supplies, and it repairs 5 hull for each supply you use. So yeah, this is the main bit of Aden's Way. You'll notice the water is turning red. Yeah, this will start to damage the hull of your ship if you spend too long in there. But that's the blood of a living mountain. Who, if you've been paying attention to when I've been talking about the 3 gods of the sea, you might know better as stone. The hungry dead. Your cook is outraged. One of the tomb colonists had woken from a coffin rest and found his way to the stores. When the cook came across him, he consumed a half-wheel of cheese and an alarming quantity of suet. Fling the villain overboard. He can walk home. Yeah. See ya. Just chuck a dude overboard. It's fine. He's a tomb colonist. It's probably more dangerous than what's down there. We were sailing, sailing, the wind was on our side. So I'm just going to go up and clear out some of this black area. Oh look, it's a jellyfish. It's gone underwater, which is why I can't aim at it. No, you don't. Oh, come on. 3 health, really? Oh. Jellyfish passing. It was a colossus of toxic tentacles capped with hardened ramming goo. Now it's a spear of the ocean surface. Jellyfish dissolve in minutes once they're dead. Scoop up what's left. Part of it might be edible. Part of it might be edible. Part of it might be anything. Or let it disperse. Watch its oil rainbow colours fade. Let's scoop up what's left. Suitable for smoking. I ate the jellyfish. I'm kind of assuming with stuff like unprepossessing mass that you guys have seen. Remember it? So if you're watching this at your first stream, then A, welcome, and B, sorry about not reading everything, but my voice is a bit funny today, and I'm having trouble saying words, which is not a good thing to do while streaming. Okay, so we are in the Crying Heights. This might be a problem because this is home to probably the second most annoying enemy in the game, which are a load of killer parrots. Wait, when did I I've discovered a port, but I don't know where. Oh right, it's not one I can actually land at. Okay. Woo woo. Okay, so where I'm going, hopefully, we'll be able to get its Port Canalan. So if you just paid attention up here, you can see some blue things moving around. Yeah, those are the Blue Prophets, which are super deadly parrots who will murder you. They're basically the severely upgraded version of the bat swarms. And if you've seen how much trouble I have with bat swarms, you'll know how much trouble I have with these guys. The Carnelian coast. Far to the south, the Nerf route glimmers above the mountain of light. Nope. All clear. Okay. Ah, shit. Okay. Submarine of a fierce philanthropist. Her house is built in the tall porticoed London style. Red brick and white plaster, decorative iron railings painted black. Its mistress is the subject of intense colonial gossip. Independently wealthy, an industrialist daughter, a widow, unwelcome in London. What then does she want with you? An invitation arrives, assuming you dock. Accept her invitation. It wouldn't hurt to have a backing of a wealthy benefactor. The Hallbingham request that allows you to stay in a submarine. You expected a sizable gathering, but it's just you, her, and a decanter of admirable sherry. She's not a small woman, and comprehensively occupies her armchair. She wears sensible satins and sensible shoes. Her hair is impeccably curled. I've heard a number of shocking things about you, Captain, all of which I consider thoroughly promising. Her accent has a hint of Midland melancholy to it. She must have spent much of her life on the surface. For a time, she asks questions about your travels and listens avidly to your answers. Then she gets down to business. A question, Captain. She tops up her sherry. Some years ago, the nations of the North struck an agreement to abandon their research into submarine travel and leave the sea depths untouched. Ah, the agreement about nothing of consequence. Sailors mutter about it when listing the admiral's qualities. You nod. She raises her glass to her lips. And what is your opinion of this, agreement? Scoff about it. It's a nonsense. Nowhere should be forbidden to the capable explorer. A new friend. Her smile is conspiratorial. Then we can help each other. I am prepared to finance, in large part, improvements to your ship that will make it capable of submarine travel. The Admiralty and other powers disapprove of such innovation. Therefore, we need to be discreet. I have procured experts, labourers, and a workshop. They are well paid and loyal. Here's the address. Meet us there, and we can begin our work. Okay. So, on the shore of a gloomy inlet stands a rickety factory. Once, and supposedly still, it was committed to the cutting and polishing of sapphires. Now it is a place where a fierce philanthropist houses her intrepid staff of engineers, the ingenious men and women who will convert your ship into a submarine. Phase 1. So basically these are various things that we can do to kind of get the ball rolling and start being able to make this. So we got a couple of things. So we can hand over an outlandish artifact to get increased by 60. Spend 3 seed stories to increase it by 20. Don't really want to do that because so much of what I need to do relies on seed stories. Can spend echoes to increase it by 75. So aiming for 100. So I am going to give an outlandish artifact over. Heretofore, its purpose was mysterious, but the chief engineer insists it's precisely what they need. Within the hour, they stripped it down, flensed it for everything they can learn, and incorporated the discoveries into modifications of your ship. Progress! The chief engineer exclaims. Now, T! So I now have 60 experimental modifications and lost an outlandish artifact. So now I'm going to hand over so it says I can hand over Sticks and Ivory, but okay, I don't have any, that's why. So I think I'm just going to spend 150 echo to get this up. Boom! Behind the blue bazaar at night, a gang of cravated criminals assemble. For a sum of echoes, they appropriate a crate of necessary supplies to you. They ask no questions, and the crate is delivered to a workshop by morning. Okay, phase 2. The engineer retrieve a set of sonar schematics. The engineers have reached an impasse. It's for sonar. It's unreliable, loud, and stops working below 70 fathoms. But the Admiralty and the Carnate must have cracked us back in the day. The engineers brim with conspiracy theories about the old submarine programs. Before the agreement brought nothing of consequence, London's Admiralty conducted their submarine research at Station 3. The location of Carnate's research base is unknown, but a number of scientists relocated Khan's shadow. Perhaps one of those locations has information you could use. London's first undersea... So let's look at the main port now. London's first undersea colony sweats under a blanket of southern heat. To the right of the dock, the sapphire mines you on. To the left, the governor's house stands, prim as an Eldrick mansion. Behind lies the fungal jungle. Sorry, ghostly in white and violet. So these are the port things. So I'm going to... So we can either talk to the governor. We can talk to the natives who are tigers that talk, or we can call it a room above the bookshop and talk to the Carnate diplomats who were expelled following the Galatay incident. Only one remains behind. Not any official Galatay, you understand. Let's go for this one. Off the record. Oh no, I'm retired now, he tells you cheerfully. His crockery is white of moon and rimmed with gold. Over tea, he comments sympathetically on the governor's difficulties. I feel for a man, I really do, and asks probing questions regarding your travels. You managed to squeeze in a few of your own. Oh, the Khan is very fond of sapphires. Blue is his favourite colour. Ooh, insinuate an agent into Port Khanlan. The place is thick with spies. Who would notice another? Once your agent is in place, you can tap your network for information or use it to influence affairs here. Let's give it a shot. So I have a 43% chance of this working. Success! Your agent vanishes into the Khanlan crowd. Within the week, they will have found lodgings, friends, rivals, and victims. So I've now got a spy network here. Find out what your spies need. To improve the quality of your network, you'll need something. Find out what. So romantic literature, or let's seek another opportunity. So that one could only give me romantic literature. Okay, yeah, neither of those is working. Cool. Right, so this area is actually one of the most dangerous areas in the game. So I'm going to sail up this way. You want to go up this way or up this way? How am I doing for fuel? Yeah, I want to go. I think I want to go the quicker way. Rainier's Vortex. So I'm going to the Iron Republic because they sell cheap fuel, which is what I need at the moment. Then I'm going to head back up to London and we can sort some stuff out. The sea is warm here. Bubbles rise and burst with lazy menace. The fire in the earth is restless. Sizzling vapors rise from the sea. Time slips sideways. A coil of rope has stung a stoker, and it fails deeper to death. We are under the hand of the Iron Republic. The Iron Republic, where all laws fail, including the laws of nature. You destroyed a Republican dreadnought. The ship is yours. What will you do with her? Investigate the hold. Cache of curiosities. Crates. The fundamental element of cargo. And I get some fuel. That's nice. I mean, it is legitimately nice, but it's also... Yay! I have gotten some fuel. So here's the Iron Republic with Van Horn Harbour. So this of course is an outpost of hell, which is just down the Thames. Or the Stolen River as it's now called. One thing I like about Thorn London is how they've got a lot of obvious landmarks, but they're all given slightly different names. Factory engines roar like fault lines. So what I want is to buy a load of cheap fuel. Jolly good. Okay, so on my way back up, I'm going to try... you can actually get rid of these black bits, so I'm going to try and do that. It's a bit awkward, but I'll give it a shot. So those are unfinished revolutionaries, and I can't bother to fight them right now. Yeah, didn't mean to press that. Oh well. So here's the canal where you can go back up to the surface. I don't particularly feel like going to the surface, so... Some sort of beetle has invaded your morsel ship's biscuit. It waggles its antennae impertinently. Green glass and basalt, salt and silence. So here we are, back again in London town. Good old London town. Okay, let's turn this corner. So rather than going straight into dock, I'm just going to go down here. Because there's a kind of side bit that you can go down, and this takes us, so this is kind of some more of the docks. Time for our favourite game, Worm or Tube. I genuinely can't tell. And here is the Echo Bazaar itself, what originally the games were named after, so these towers. And that has cleared out all of that, which is very nice. Basically, you need to find, if you find all of the things that you kind of get fragments for in that area, so then the kind of darkness covering sections of it disappears. So I've now got that clear. There might be an entire stream where I'm just like, right, we're gonna sail around and uncover all the dark areas. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Back we are at London. Okay, first of all, let's go home and spend some time with family. Just enjoy their company. Lost 20 terror. Okay, I can do the next bit of the Venturer's Desires. So I'm going to give him 7 Lambertal relics for 500 echoes. So he wants the same thing, but still 500 echoes, not to be sneezed at. The Forgotten Quarter. So this is for open way to Forgotten Quarter. My revenge waits me there. I'll need honey to navigate the dreams. Can you lend me a barrel of stuff and help me with dreaming? I will show my gratitude when the time comes. No one visits Forgotten Quarter of Fallen London anymore. No one remembers why, except archaeologists, treasure hunters, and magicians who lost their hands to imaginary serpents. The world is thin there, the magician once told you. It's close to a place behind mirrors, to parabola. London. Okay, let's go to the Rose Market. A jovial contrarian is perching in long boxes. His wheelchair squeaks through the crowd. As all visitors to the Rose Market must, he carries a mirror. He's painted over Glasgow with the face of a bat. What? How much? What for this? Allow me to explain a fundamental principle of economics. He argues over cost, the box condition, and whether wood is walnut, poplar, or elm. Then he shakes your hand enthusiastically and happily pays every penny of your original price. A pair of market attendants, puffing beneath their unwieldy horse mats, help him carry it away. Okay, let's see. Right, let's go and drop off my ports. Port Cecil, Godfall, Nuncio, Chapel of Lights. There's something about the Undersea that breeds heresy and dissent. I rather think you might need to send the Bishop of Southwark out for a good bit of Christian shouting. The Bishop of Southwark led the attack on Hell, and while it failed, he still survived. So, you know. Right. Okay, the Underroom for Mango College, Port Carnelian. You know, I sometimes wonder if that place was a good idea. I didn't say that. Khan Shadow. Other officials gathered around to hear your tales of bloodshed and debauchery, and the jokes about the Khan that the Shadow produces so efficiently and so entertainingly. The one about the Khan and the donkey produces a roar of patriotic laughter and encourages the deputy recorder to unlock the departmental drinks cabinet. I love that. The Tower of Tenses and the Muse Gate. Okay. That's done. Been to see my family. A little present from a scholar. You've been so very helpful. I wanted to give you some for your next voyage. I bottled it myself. So I've got 2 supplies. That's nice. Don't particularly want to give you anything. That's not. Okay, go to my lodgings. Read the morning papers to get some recent news. The Khanate is threatening war, they always are. London's colonies on the Carling coast want independence, they always do. The undersea, the paper's report has undergone another alteration. Not yet it hasn't, you'd know. Oh, a promotional coupon from Miss Plenty's Provisions for a half cask of salt herring. You could use that. And I've got some supplies. Coupon clipping. Hey. Right, let's visit my sanctuary, visit my study. So I'm not going to create, I've got stuff to create these, but I don't particularly want to. I'm going to make a heirloom to make my next character's life a bit easier. And then I'm going to... Right, this time I'm going to remember to get my ship patched up. And then, with that last bit of thing, I'm going to get some more supplies. I'm not too fussed about supplies because what I'm doing, it's going to be easier to get those than it is to get fuel. So, the play of the game this time. Play of the game. I've got Overwatch on my brain. So we need to go up to Wither to get some mutton salt. Then I think we should be able to just go back to the Famine King's Hold and get the next bit done. But in the meantime, we'll also explore this area. Apart from around here, because... Mount Nomad. I don't want to die again. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Steering is for captains who care. Right, let's keep steering. Hello, severely underleveled starter enemy ship. I think you might be in trouble. Loot and scuttle her business honey. That's nice. Alright, let's keep sailing up here to Vanderbilt. So I'm just going to stop at Vanderbilt and get a port and maybe have a bit of an explore. Monumental ruins. The builders of this place worked with great style with nerve wallstone, carved with blank-eyed, unsmiling faces and blocky, stoic serpents. Creepers climb the shattered pyramid, an owl blinks at you from an idol's mouth. In the undergrowth, a cave lizard munches decorously on a white cricket. This place seems peaceful, rest a while, or search warily. The nerve is rarely gentle. Treat this place as enemy territory, a very modest challenge. You're not the first to come here. Someone's left a long oak casket under a carpet of creepers. A tightly sealed crate. Candles. What does hell want candles? Does it not have enough fires of its own? Was this from, or destined for, the Iron Republic? Don't ask questions about devils unless you want, runs the proverb, unless you want your soul ripped out by roots and fed to goats. It's not much of a proverb, actually. Right, let's keep going. Oh look, it's a bat swarm. You know what we do to bat swarms around here? Gather up the corpses, they are succulent with stolen blood. Into the pot. A bat swarm defeated, little leathery corpses lie scattered across your deck. I will note that our popular commentator Packbat is not in that swarm. That would be bad. Right, where are we going? We are going to go over this way and try and clear out some of this darkness here. Ball reach. Is this snow? Touch it and it puffs the vapour. Your crew cuddles close to the warmth of pipe and funnel. Jonathan Town. And there is our old friend the Lifeberg. So yeah, the snow actually makes it hard for me to maneuver. So there's a good chance that if I actually fight the Lifeberg right now, I might lose. Just because my way of fighting it is to run backwards faster than it while keep firing at it. And it's unaffected by the snow. So I'm just gonna keep going, to be honest. Bit cowardly, I know, but whatever. Come on. There we are. We're out of a snowstorm. So here we are in Wither. Wither or not, here I come. Right. Stop. So shops. We want to buy mutter salt for 5 Z stories. Then I want to talk to my dine with a bandit. Ah, no, 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 my captain. You shall dine with me. With great work. Your companion barely eats. He has to cut the fish into tiny morsels to squeeze it through the gap in his bandages. Soon the cloth is stained with sauce. He throws down his fork. Look at me. I am not my best, no? Believe me, your appetite would not be so strong if I removed my my bandages. How long before my fingers fail, or my tongue pickles? Captain, a request. I have cooked for barons and bishops, the Khan, the Empress, but there is one for whom I have not cooked. A creature of singular and acromatic tastes. I want to make him a marvel. The chef's ark is alchemy, and this will be my philosopher's stone, my immortality. Will you end me? Bring your chef strange catches and live specimens to further his research. Okay. B2. Hand over a strange catch for his cunningly masterpiece. Hello, little fellow. Let's see what delights you hold. His filleting knife gleams. Disappointment. Ah, alas, too ordinary. The flesh goes into his starboard amphenor stove, an edifice of his own invention that combines the functions of roasting and refinement. Steam rises, the crew licks their lips. I'm going to keep doing that for a bit. I've got quite a few of these strange catches to burn. Promise! He takes a morsel on the tip of his knife and shudders. An exquisite find, my captain, like a devil's lips, searing, probably fatal, but utterly worth the risk. So I need to do that twice. Disappointment again. So I've got 3 more of these. And if I don't have them, then I can just go back to Rome and buy some more. Promise! There we are. So he now wants to study butchery at the Chanelnate. Which, yeah, makes sense. A squelch, then a quivering thunk. The bandaged poissoneur has thrown a strange catch across the galley, and then a knife. Is something wrong? The ingredients are fine, it's my hands that are deficient. There are quick-grenade jewels hiding in the vitals of these creatures, but I cannot extract them. One slip and the taste is contaminated. He paces the gallery. I need to improve my butchery. Can you take me to the Chanelnate? No one knows more about gutting them as bone men. Okay, so that's our next stop. And that is all the way down here. So it's going to be a bit of a trip. Probably going to stop at Khan Shadow to refuel. And also to pick up, see if I can get some information on submarines while I'm there. I'm also going to sail up here. So if I remember correctly, and you're very careful, there we are, okay. So that entire bit is cleared out now. If you keep going north, you get the northern stigmata, which is not a nice thing to get out on you. The air trembles, a breath of change passes. Now it's time to keep sailing. You have gained a secret. Speak to your officers to improve your ability. After I discovered Puckridge's lookout. Very nice. So I'm going to sail along here to... So if we uncover this bit next, might nip down to Mount Palmerston and Frostfound. Actually, sailing around Frostfound is nice. It's a really pretty environment. So I think I'll do that. Palmerston's Reach. There's brimstone on the wind. On the horizon, a thickly yellow light glimmers for a moment, then fades. I love how ominous this music is when this is nowhere near like the most dangerous area, even just on this like side of a map. I'm going to go down to Mount Palmerston and just refuel for a bit. And also blow up this. So, Fortistic. The Fortistic Corsair is of course a reference to the story of Faust. There we are. You destroyed the Faustistic Corsair. The ship is yours. What will you do with her? Investigate the hold. Crates! I need some fuel. No, they did not fire back. Mainly because I was circling around into their blind spot at all times. Okay, I don't want to go up to a crater at the moment, but I can't get this officer. Talk to these guys. Okay, there we are. Far off, very far off, someone screams. Right, Duggan's Moor. I'm just reading what's on screen. You guys can see this. Why am I saying this? Unless, like, you're watching this as a kind of weird podcast thing. Which, I mean, could work. I mean, some streamers are very much more about what they're talking about in general than, like, necessarily the game. So, Dan Olsen, who is a YouTuber I like a lot, his stream, because he streams terrible games, like he has a shelf of shame, and on one hand, like playing just a collectathon platforming game while talking about things kind of does appeal to me because I like that thing. I'm not sure I could do it for a whole stream, let alone a whole series of them. So I'm just doing some intricate steering here. Look at that arc. On the surface, the sun still warms the earth, or so one assumes. Discovered Sycamore Arch. So these are the two islands that make up Frostfound. And notice you got these great spiraling designs that I find really cool. Annoyingly, this appears to be directly in one of the... whoops. Ah, damn it. The engines blew up. And I lost 72 hull. Yeesh. I think games like Sunless Sea are probably the ones that I'm most comfortable streaming by myself, at least. I found the Destiny streams with my friends a lot easier to do than the Overwatch streams where I did it by myself. But for a single player game, I think this kind of quite slow and steady game is probably the best for my style. Okay. stop off. Frostbound. Towers and ramps and galleries and stairs of ice, raised and spun like an architect's holly dream. No spider ever wove so complex a web. The towers are pristine, untouched by human life, but a peaceful encampment squats by the dock. So I can either enter it. You should not enter Frostbound without good reason. Yeah, don't do that. Create a port. Not all are Emery or Revan. And let's take tea. So I've gained fuel and supplies and lost some terror, because they're used to captains turning up and doing stupid stuff. So I'm going to go down to Port Cecil and I'm going to try and pick up some Scintillac. Mainly just because I need some for the Magician storyline. Stalagmites loom in distance like the cranes of Warstadt docks, but vaster, the Corsair forests. Our lookouts are watchful. Yeah, my veils isn't really high enough to go and do stuff here for a bit, so I'm gonna sail through this bit and just clear out some more of the fog from my map. I've kind of reached a stage where I will take diversions just to, you know, make sure I get everything. And of course, there's lots of fish friends here, as certain commenters would say. I'm closing that just to keep the screen free, because I'm in an area where there's quite a lot of enemies spawning. Cecil. And dock. So, gather intelligence, and then we want to try and gather Scintillac. Hooray! The shining mind has dissolved, you know why and how. The coal's fading, you find only a single scintillant lump. Oh well, I only need one at the moment. So next stop is Khan's Shadow. What I might do is just sail over to Nuncio and kind of clear out that black spot around it, then sail down. So go to Nuncio here, clear out this bit, and then sail down, kind of clear up that bit. Ah, so here's a Pokemon crossover, Brock's Reef. Ah, there's a friend. Doing friendly things. Like not attacking me. Ah, I spoke too soon, it's turning around. I have no idea why that's called Greg's scalpel. I don't even know how to pronounce the first word, to be honest. I don't know how to pronounce a lot of words. You may have noticed this from the stream. So, I'm nearby the Chapel of Lights. So there is a slight possibility that Mount Nomad might be around. I'm not paranoid about that. Oh, okay. That was easy clear. So I don't think there's going to be anything of interest in this kind of dark area, but it's probably worth sailing that way anyway. So fog cuts line of sight for everyone, including NPC things that you fight. Guttering and chittering in the corners of the hold. Humped shapes on the deck rail. Ratty air emboldens vermin. The wreck of a nocturne. I'm not going in there. So that's the quest involving the spiders of Saviour's Rocks. So you can see all these webs here. Yeah, hints at spiders. Spiders pop up a lot in Fallen London. I don't advise playing it. Well, I do advise playing it, but be warned if you're arachnophobic. There are very nasty spiders. I don't particularly want to blow you up. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Please just go away. Okay. I'm not gonna fight you. Stop it. Khan Shadow, Wanderer's Haven. Okay. Plunder the decommissioned remains of a stone turtle. An old research vessel chained up and boarded up at the Shadow's rim. If the Carnate solar schematic survive, perhaps they're on board. You climb board. Your bosun applied bolt cutters to a chain, securing entry. Slipping inside, you close the door, muting the clamour of the Shadow and light lamps. The hull is well preserved. Down in the hold are orderly piles of crates, boxes and cabinets. Eventually you uncover a detailed series set of schematics that look just like complexities of Carnate script, like what you need. You cram them into your jacket. You have discovered footprints in the dust and suspicious gaps in the runs of certain records. Has someone been here recently? Perhaps the Carnate haven't abandoned submarine research quite as absolutely as they claim. So return to report to get it, and then compile a port report. Right, let's stock up a bit on some fuel. Some fuel supplies. What do I have on me? Hold. Oh, I've got quite a range of things. Okay, so next stop, the Chileonate. Ooh, I forgot. I've got something I can go and drop off at the last curator in Vanderblight. Oh well. I didn't just hit F because I missed. I did it because I was bored. Yes, that's why I did it. So F is the button that makes the engine go super fast. The air trembles, a breath of change passes. The Gant Pole. So the Gant Pole is where any Z monster that you kill goes to end their days. You can go back there. You can go down there if you have a submarine. So there's something down there. And there's also a rather nice. Well, it's supposed to be a very difficult enemy, but I've always found it a rather nice enemy to do some grinding with. Let's dock here. The shell as big as a wild dream. Okay, for the flesh he slivers, drool pouring from it between his rotten teeth. The Gant Pole, wherever refugees die, bring flesh. We fell it to the turtle eaters. Fresher meat, big monstrous to make. That's a request. Oh, I can get some strategic information and some sea stories. That is very nice. Let's see. Find someone to teach secrets of butchery to the bandaged prisoner. A bowman shows you the glyph cuts into his white dusted palms. They mean separation, he tells you. He will instruct your chef if he can prove your worth. I can indeed. An improvement. When the prisoner returns to the ship, he is read to his elbows. I have learned what I need to know, he says, his voice haggard. Back in the galley, he throws away all the knives but one. You watch it slice skin, bone and butterfly, as precise as a surgeon's scalpel, as quick as a marrow. Flesh goes one way, skin and organs another. As the crew dines, he seeks you out. It goes well, my captain. I have my initial ingredients. I have my skills. But flavors I pursue must be cooked forth like a hermit crab from his shell. I'm afraid I need very particular seasoning. Mutter, salt and soup. They sell the form at Wither. I'm gonna have to go back to Wither. This might not be finished this, I don't think this is gonna get finished this, session, guys. Where the salt pools fizz and pop. Soup is made at Mount Palmerstone. Its composition is secret, but anything that can be combined can be separated again with right equipment. This is... Okay, compiler report. Yeah, the constant to and froing can get a bit annoying, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I think having done that... Okay, we'll end this with a boss fight, because around here is a particular ship called the Eater of Names. Okay, to prepare my ship a bit. There's a ship called the Eater of Names that's sometimes spawned around here. So I'm going to have a quick look around and see if I can find it. So here's Sesha Town, which is built on the back of a smaller turtle that I can't dock at. Here we are. The Eater of Names. I don't know which way is the front. Actually thinking about it, how about I just leave? Bye guys! I saw your health bar, I was like, that's higher than I remember. And I'm not exactly at full health. I mean, to be honest, it could be a quite early quest because it what drives you to go and explore the rest of the sea. I was just like, oh, 18 damage shot. No. So what I'm gonna basically do, I'm just gonna sail around till either I get bored or yeah, I'm just gonna sail around till I get bored. I'm not gonna stop here because I don't have anything that makes it worth. You need some items to stop here, and I don't have anything that makes it worth it. So meh. Oh, that's a giant enemy crab. And I attack its weak point for massive damage. Problem is, I can't see how much damage it's actually taken. Oh, it's dead. Well, time to butcher it. Mortal remains. Peel away the membrane and cipher shutter a half-digested sailor clutching a half-digested book. You're disposed of a poor remnant decently, but what does the book say? Oh, I got a sea story. Thousands, hull down on the horizon, but as we grew closer we all grew puzzled. It was like no ship we had ever seen, a curious congeries of multiple hulls and jointed limbs. Then we knew it had sighted us, for thick smoke rose as it roused its engine and gave chase. Its limbs bristled. Through a glass now I could see what lay at the meeting point of faces. Thousands upon thousands of spider eyes, champing spider fangs, fused together like wax. A spider council, but one of unprecedented size, and crammed strangely into a hybrid ship. It could only be the Tree of Ages, and the first day of our flight began. So the Tree of Ages is what I'm going to be trying to kill for the last bit of the quest. It's a massive ship piloted by a load of frozen by a load of fused, not frozen, spiders that eat eyes. Fun! Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. You can't see it, but I did jazz hands. The thing is, the Tree of Ages, that's the easier target for what... That's the easier choice of target for what I'm going to have to fight. Because the other choice is Mount Nomad. Here's Astral. The Island of Light. It is actually possible to kill Mount Nomad. Just for reference. I know I talk about Mount Nomad a lot, but she's been responsible for like 90% of my murders in this game. Also, she is the niece of the Fathom King, so if you kill her, he gets really pissed off with you. And it's just like, well, you technically fulfilled my order, but on the other hand, fuck you. Should I try and kill this beer mustache? Look at that mustache. Look at it. You defeated a beer mustache. The mouth gapes, the eyes are dull. Harvest its flesh and its mustache. The one is oily, the other is both oily and magnificent. Take its teeth as trophies and its bones for corset. Regretfully, its mustache is singed beyond repair and we lost posterity. For the next 3 watches, sailors are seen in mourning black. The sailors are mourning the mustache. It's so magnificent. I love this game when it decides to be silly. Right, let's keep sailing upwards. The Pillared Sea. Actually, think about it. Once I've uncovered the map, it might make a good image for, like, the alerts, the calendar alerts that I've now got for the Sunless Sea streams, which are a thing, which you can sign up for. Okay. Right, let's sail down here. A soft wind from the east, the impossible scent of pine. Okay. Compile a report. So I can buy a load of stuff here, but what I really want to do is buy some more fuel. I'm also going to buy a couple more strange catches, just in case, what's his name needs them. Okay, so I can buy, basically convert stories into another kind. So I'm going to buy a load of these stories with Tales of Terror, because, you know, I need these stories more than I need Tales of Terror. And then I'm just going to sail up the right-hand side of it, just to clear out this bit. And then we shall move on. Up here. There we are. So we've actually cleared out most of the area around the Chapel of Lights. So I'm going to dip down to the south of that and sail around it to avoid you-know-who. And then I'm going to come back up and I'm going to clear out the area around the Great Crow, the lighthouse. Eyes on deck. The lookout shouts. Far above, the fault stars and cabin's roof were shifting. A rare and ominous event. What now? Eyes on deck. I can't actually remember what the negative ending for that event is, but I remember it not being worth the risk of running it against the positive outcome. Oh, here's a nice abyss. Elifaus abyss. So anyway, I'm terrified of Mount Nomad, which is why, as you can see, I'm running risk of running into her just to clear out some map squares. I'm a genius. It's not really completionism as much I just like it to be tidy. I'm gonna give them a natural explanation. This stream is just me hitting M over and over again to bring up the map. Like... I'm not even saying much today. I'm in a bit of a funny mood. Oh, Lightberg! Lightberg, Lightberg, Lightberg. Be gone! Be gone! Guys, it's not begonning! Like, having seen the size of a real-life iceberg compared to ships, having one actively trying to chance you down is probably going to be terrifying. Let's try replenishing supplies. Oh wow. Waxy white lumps, paraffin sheen, drift among the fleshy ice. These are what sailors called hell droppings. If a lifeboat eat them or produce them, you can salvage besides a few barrels of supplies left from a previous victim. So I've now got 6 fuel and 6 supplies. That's nice. Remember that he who looks into abyss should probably not jump into it. So I was trying to set up this joke that I once did in a One Piece fanfic, but that required, it was basically like, he who fights monsters must take care not to become a monster himself, and when you stare into an abyss, the abyss stares back. But the character misunderstood it, so he kept on telling people, people who fight abysses are idiots who attack random pieces of geography. Have a quick stop at Frostfound, because, you know, it's always a good place to stop off. Look at that. Almost the entire northern area is now mapped out. You better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Mr. Sax is coming to town. A joke. Take tea. There we are. Nothing else really to do, so let's move on to Mount Palmerstone to pick up some zoop. 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 Sorry, that's just a really fun word to say. Zoop. Sounds like the accent from a mole in Redwall series. That was a weird series of books. I liked the early ones, the latter ones got kind of weird and formulaic, and very much based on the idea of prophecy. Yeah. So, as a general rule, I don't like prophecies in storytelling. I generally find them rather lazy. Oh hey, the ominous music is back. There we are, Port Palmerston. So we want to shop. Soup. Okay. Yep. A rock breaks the water like a surfacing sea beast. No, it is a sea beast. No, it's just a rock. Investigate the hold. An intriguingly lumpy sack. And I now have a crate of human souls. Okay, I'm going to go back up to Wither. I'm just clearing out this area first. The arch. Ooh, another lightbug. Shall we kill it? Yes, we shall. Can I kill it? Yes, you can. Can I kill it? Yes, you can. Okay, this time let's do treasures. Cache curiosities and probably linen. Ooh, shiny. Right, back up to Wither. My chair squeaks. Down into Wither. Okay, so I still haven't got a full forward. Buy some butter salt. Okay, butter salt and soup. Let's go. Supplies, excellent. He retreats into his galley and bars the door. Day and night, his juggling crucible blazes. The galley portholes flare crimson across the Black Sea. He does not answer the door. It ships biscuits and borrowed water for a while. When he emerges, his bandages are yellow with smoke. I am victorious. The zoop defied me, but I have broken it. Chantilliers from some soggy edge of London. Pigstock. A feisty dash of paprika. Lament onions. Petals from the exile's rose which grows in hell. From tears. From a hanged man or a heartbroken priest. I believe either would suffice. The methods of the ingredients combination is singular. I believe I can make use of it. We are charting new cunningly found frontiers, my friend, but the Fathom King provides them with a drowning feast. He is accustomed to excess. We must amaze. That night, the crew dine happily on fish stew. The poissonnier keeps your wine glass topped up, and at the end of the dinner approaches you nervously. I'm afraid I have another request, Captain. I need something from Khan's heart. A certain book of recipes. If we were going that way, he fidgets with the end of his bandages, avoiding your gaze. Why is he lying to you? Let's ask him. My business there should not take long. I only need to retrieve an old recipe book. He twiddled a loose bandage end nervously. It contains certain formulae and distillations I will need for the feast. Yes. He is an exceptional chef, but a poor liar. speak to? Invite her to dine with you. So this is Maybe's daughter. So this is a potential engineer. Invite her to dine with you. That's a lovely idea. How about fish dinner? I do have quite particular taste in fish. I've heard about you. You like to invite your officers to dinner, learn their secrets. Well, you don't need to dig far to find my secret. I wanted to talk to you about it, actually. I never met my mother. I know my father. I'm a countess on his side, actually. I'd like to find her. She's somewhere out at sea, if only... Really? You'd help me? That's too kind, if you insist. Here, it so happens that I made a list earlier tonight. So there's a whole bunch of places where her mother could be, and I am trying to track her down. Let's see. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, this is why you have to be careful about light bugs. They just did 30 damage. And they stagger you, so... On plus side, I did get a lot of supplies out of it. Yeah, their charge attack speeds them up. They're quite scary. So usually it doesn't matter because I'm far enough away to stay out of their reach. But that time I kind of got backed into a wall. So, yeah, it didn't go so well. And keeping my eyes out because just in case there's another one down here. But it doesn't look like there is. Okay. Okay, I'm going to stock at Vanderblight and drop something off to the dying guy. So I'm going to go and visit the first crater. And I'm going to offer it my Radiant Cinder to get my Cosmogon. So I now have captivating treasure. Besides the creator's couch waits a hump machine of iron brass. There it wheezes, straining to raise its arm. A recess approximately the size of a cylinder waits. You place the cylinder there and close its lid. Faint tonal music like the prickling of starlight drifts from within. I will never see Parabola, the creator whispers, but perhaps you will. Take this mirror, it was born in a volcano. Dark glass serpent card. So that's another... Oh yeah, give it Iris Skull to cover Irigo. At its direction, you place the skull atop of a dripstone pedestal. A stalagmite, once now carved with crockets and grimacing faces. Irigo sparkles sparks crawl across it. For a moment you forget what you were doing. Thank you, the creator whispers. Perhaps you could save me from a sanatorium, and perhaps the emergence will be less painful. Its chest pulses feverfully. You accept a single huge black pearl. Creator's fantasies grow worse, but it pays well. So yeah, the creators, the first creator's quest is very long and quite annoying, but it does pay very well. Sorry, just turning the lights on. Right. Depart for now. And let's keep going back down. So I'm going to head back to London. I don't know, I might just keep going, to be honest. No, actually, so this has nearly been a 2-hour stream, so I think I'm going to head down to London and then call it there. Here we are, back at home waters. Okay, and let's dock. I don't actually have anything that they care about, so okay, that's that then. Should I try this? Sure, why not? Nope, that's a bad idea, and I'll get into that next time. Okay, so, another stream over. So next time we will finish off the Poisoner's quest, and we will also, we might have a shot at doing the Magician's quest as well. And then I think we'll be getting ready to, then I think some grinding will be involved before I go and fight the Tree of Ages. Okay, so thanks for watching, and yeah, I will see you next Saturday. Bye everyone.